Hi friends, I hope you are doing well. And my name is Zafar Bhutto, and I live in Dallas area, Texas. And from last couple of days, we saw that thing of George Floyd, which is like a totally unacceptable, and I'm like a emotionally totally attached. And I was surprised to see all these because I am like an immigrant here, and I'm now here more than a decade now. I'm a now like a US citizen, and while I seen this kind of incident, it like a shocked me. And for this to get more knowledge about this thing, I invited my friend and I asked him, as you are like a patrol officer here local, so Mr. Goodman, I'm thankful to him and he joined me. Hi, Mr. Goodman.
How you doing? I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you very much, sir, for coming and joining us. And can you little bit introduction about yourself so I can friends
Okay.
know about you?
I've been in the police profession somewhere in the neighborhood of about 26 years now. I started out in the jail as a
Oh,
correction officer in Grayson County. So I actually did 2.5 years inside the jail before I went to the streets. And once I got on the streets, I did 10 years at the sheriff's office in Grayson County. Then I moved on to Sherman Police Department where I did 7 years there. And now I'm in the schools. I do just the schools. So I've seen a little bit of, from the county to the city to the schools. So inside the jail. So I've seen a little bit of all of it. I've even worked with the United States Marshals and
okay.
transporting prisoners and, doing a few raids, things like that. So,
Okay, that like this is really like a very good information you shared with me. You said like you started as a in a jail and transportation of the prisoners and all this, and recently the incident that happened is also they were dealing in some like a kind of they had charges, that's why they were going to arrest. So what is your like a I'm sure every good departments give trainings and like a and their officials they give how you deal in these kind of situations. So can you tell us about from that point of view, from your department, U.S. Police, from that point of view, like how to handle these kind of situations?
as trained as a police officer, when we go through the academy, they give us training on how to deal with combative subjects, and when we use force continuums,
Okay.
and we are always one force continuum above the perpetrator,
Okay.
or the person that is being the suspect. Like if he, we will tell him, if we tell him turn off the car, stop the car,
Okay.
we tell him to comply.
Okay.
And so if he doesn't comply, then first it's always verbal. We use verbal commands.
Got it.
Then if he doesn't respond to the verbal commands, then we have the taser that we can use or the pepper spray.
Okay.
So it's always one force continuum above the perpetrator. Now, if I want to elaborate on this last incident that happened.
Yes. Now we are coming. That is like my next question, which I need your point of view. How you are looking? This is like a person who is like a lay down, and he's saying his words were, "I can't breathe." So, what is your point of view in this kind of situation?
Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna try to give you a little bit of history.
Yes.
They used to do what they called. You remember how they would have the people's hands tied behind their back,
Yes.
and their feet up in the air. They called it like hog time.
Yeah.
And there were so many people that died in custody being done like that they stopped doing that. They no longer put their hands and the feet up. They stopped doing that because so many people were dying in custody. So
Oh, okay.
now people, they will handcuff them and they will put them on the ground. Now they might put their weight on them to keep them on the ground, but from my knowledge and from every training I've seen, there's no time that an officer would put his knee on a person's neck.
Oh,
That's just a no-no. And even then, what I'm gonna say that what we probably didn't see, and I don't know if we ever will see. I'm sure the guy was being combative. When people, I don't know if he was on drugs, so I'm not going to say he was, but a lot of times when people are on drugs, they have supernatural strength.
yeah, that is, sir, that is like a natural thing. If someone is taking to like any kind of these things, which is like unacceptable legally, and but the what happened, they have like a supercharge after taking
Exactly.
all this. And also, I'm telling you from our point of view, like some of they are taking as a to make a focus or something like that. So what, how you are seeing this, and what is your point of view?
I, I could see if they were fighting him, they probably used 3 or 4 officers to get him down. Which, if you look at this man, he's a big man. He's not a little man. So they probably, now this is all speculation, but I'm imagining they were in the fight. And if you've ever been in a fight, your adrenaline just skyrockets through the roof, And
Exactly.
so they were probably fighting him to get him down on the ground. Now, here comes the hard part of being a police officer.
Okay.
Once you're up here, you have to learn to cut it off and go from 0 to 100, like a car. Just like we have a fast car that goes 0 to 100 and then back down.
Oh, okay.
You have to learn to control yourself that after you have subdued the criminal, after he's in custody and he's caught, you have to be able to bring it back down to no longer be mad at this person. You do what you need to do to subdue him, and then we have to back off. When this man said, "I can't breathe," the minute he said that, my training tells me that whether he's just lying about it, whether he's being truthful or not, we have to back off at that time. And if he starts fighting again, then you restrain him again. But if he tells you I can't breathe, then I have to take him at his word and I have to back off of that. Now, as a police officer, I used to treat every call as if it was one of my family members or my loved ones.
Okay.
And I do that in order to stay out of trouble. That helps keep me out of trouble. If I handle the call as if I were doing it to my wife, my daughter, my cousin, any family member, we tend to be a little more passionate. So when this man said he couldn't breathe, the officer should immediately have gotten off of him and allowed him to breathe. Now, what disturbs me about all of it, the man went as far as to call out for his mom.
Yes.
And if I thought about my son, that being my son, my
Yes.
daughter, a family member calling out for their mom, that tells you here's a grown man calling for his mom, how much pain he must have been in. That should shake all of us to the core. I don't care who you are, white, black, yellow. It should do something to your spirit when you see a grown man crying out for his mom.
Yes, yes, sir. I'm totally agree with you, because when I watched that video, and like when he was saying I can't breathe, I I can't have the words to explain like the emotionally how I was attached and what I was feeling, because like by watching and wording those listening those words, it like I was stuck, and I was like tears in my mind, like I have no words to explain feeling what he was saying from their words. And the last word is like he called his mom. Like everybody loves moms and like their moms. So and at that time I was thinking about my mom, and I was saying like a man, a person, you are like almost like 100 kg, maybe police officer plus minus, but it's on the neck with the knee, and next person, like I have no words to describe. So what is your, how you are like a, when you saw that first time, what was your feeling?
I felt disgusted. I felt angry. Uh, I kind of felt vulnerable because I'm looking at so many different points of it. Number one, he never should have put his knee on his neck. You have a 200-pound man with his knee on somebody's neck where they breathe. This is where, this is where he's getting air right here.
Yes.
And for you to have your neck on somebody's, windpipe, the esophagus, it could crush it. Just the weight of the knee could crush it. So I felt angry there. And then I felt compassion for the person that's being held down. I don't care what he did. I don't care if he was on drugs. I don't care if he was a crazy madman. Nobody deserves to die like that. Nobody deserves to be treated like that.
Yes, exactly. Like a, he's like a human being, right?
Yes, exactly.
And humanity, where is humanity? My question was like, where is humanity at this point? Right? Everyone has a right to live. It doesn't matter whoever, right, black, Muslim, Christian, whoever. This is
Yes.
your personal thing.
That's right.
But when you are in authority, or when you are have some power, and I'm sure the departments are not giving you or saying to you deal like this with the like a person or prisoner. Yes or no, that is a different story. But how to? I'm sure department saying deal with the respect, deal with like a proper way, as you mentioned about your trainings. And at the last, what is your message, Mr. Goodwin?
My message is we all need to be treated equal. I don't care what color your skin is, In my religion, we believe Jesus loves all the little children, black, yellow, white, brown. They are all precious in his sight. That that is my belief. And everybody has a right to their belief, but mine is the golden rule: treat others the way you would want to be treated. If we would treat, I always tell my children, I say, 30 years from now, people will not remember what car you drove. They won't remember what house you live in, but what they will remember is how you treated them. So my message is be kind to one another, love one another.
So thank you once again. Thank you very much. Very nicely you said in your last message. Exactly, we are like equal. We are all are human being. Please don't treat or judge on the based on the color, religion, or any other thing. And once again, thank you very much. And to all my viewers, if you like our video, please like it and subscribe our channel. And hopefully, we will bring more videos, latest videos for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.